everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I'm going to show you how I've made this adorable little Christmas pudding themed box. It doesn't have to be this theme. You could easily have the lid as a straight line, and then you could have, you know, pattern papers and any colours you want, so you can use it all year round. But I just wanted to have a nice little box to hold these Christmas pudding chocolates, which are praline and popping candy, I believe, inside. So it holds one of those, and I'll show you the other one in a minute. And then that just slides. You just have to make sure all of the pieces are all tucked in, and then it just slides back on again. Really easy to make, so let's get started. So these are the popping puds, milk chocolate praline, yeah, with popping candy. Now I cannot remember where I got these from. I want to say Marks and Spencer's, but then I also want to say the Pound Shop. Or it could be B&M. It's one of those kind of places, guys. Just have a look around. But it doesn't have to be these pudding ones to go inside. You know, it's a nice size gift box. You can pop any sweets in there. But let me know if you remember, if you've seen these anywhere, where they're from. But I'm sure it's one of those ones that I've said. So you're going to want one piece of brown card. This is for the base. This is 8.5 by 5. Along the 8.5 side, you're going to score at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then along the 5-inch side you're going to score at 2. Okay, fold and burnish all those score lines, and then for the lid, this is a piece of 8 3/4 by 5. If you just want to have a straight piece here, then I would do 3 inches wide by 8 3/4. Okay, this first score line, so along the 5-inch side you're going to score at 3. The 2-inch part here is what goes on to form the lid. This 3-inch section is to make this icing effect. So that's why I thought you only probably need 1 inch of a tab coming down around here. So that's why I think 2 by the 8 3/4. So it just depends how you want to do it. If you're doing it like me, then just follow what I'm doing now. So along that 8 3/4 side, you're going to score at 1 1/4, and then 1 inch on from that. So 1 1/4, and then 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 5 1/4, 6 1/4, 7 1/4, and 8 1/4. Okay, again, fold and burnish all your score lines, and then you're going to cut up all of these 1 inch score lines to the first score line. Okay, and then I've just taken a little wedge off of the tab there, so you should have something like this. Next, you want to glue the ends together, so I'm just going to run my glue all along the tab. If you fold 2 panels and the tab over, and then fold another 2 over, it will all line up. Okay, so the join here is going to be my back middle piece. And you want to have it kind of like this shape at the minute. So you want 3 1-inch pieces on the back, then 1 inch on each side, and then 3 1-inch on the front there. If you then just turn it over and then just start to like squash it out into more of that shape, okay? I'm going to then start with the side pieces. So it doesn't matter which one you fold down, just pop a bit of glue on the top, and you want it to join with the opposite one. And what I'll do is I'll just give you the measurement of how wide this whole section is now. So it's 2 5/8, which is exactly what this one is, 2 5/8. Okay, so make sure they're secure, and that whole length there is 2 5/8. I'm then going to pop some glue in the middle, and I'm going to pop this one down here, and then I'm going to pop some more glue on top, and then stick this one down, and make sure, see it's a bit wonky there, just move it until they're lined up like so. If you fold these out, you'll be able to flip it over and just apply a bit of pressure in there. Once you've got these in place, the side pieces just fold in. But you want to get that, so like I said, you got 2 5/8 that way, and you got just under 2 1/4 that way. Let's just see what that is there actually. Yeah, 2 1/4. So that's where you want to be aiming for. Okay, we're going to be wrapping the lid around, so don't worry if your measurements aren't exactly like mine, your lid's still going to fit. I'm then just going to add some glue over here, stick that one down. If it's going to come off the edge a bit, just snip that away like so. And then again, just going to take a little bit off of there. So you can see I've folded all those in. Then get yourself some leftover brown card and you're going to add your glue all over here. Okay, like so. And then just line up one of the sides with the bottom of the card. And this side here, it just saves you having to cut too much then, like so. And then again, just make sure that's all secure. And then you're just going to cut around it. And I just cut on an angle slightly into the shape, just so you don't see any of it. Just get rid of that excess there. But you can see, just cutting slightly in, like so. And that is the easiest way to make the base, rather than faffing about with pencil marks and all that kind of stuff. Just do it like that. You can see there we've got a nice tidy base. And now we're going to do pretty much the same thing with the lid. So what you're going to have different this time is you've got a 1 1/4 section, and then all those 1 inch sections, and then a 1/2 inch. So I've got the 1/2 inch on my left and that 1 1/4 on my right there. You're going to cut away this fest section here, like so. And then again, cut down all of these 2 inch long pieces to that fest score line. And then again, I'm just snipping away at this piece. You're going to take some more of that in a minute. Now what we need to do is make our icing kind of shape. So I'm going to use this here, which is a new tool for me, and it's the Gyro Cut. I have shared it in my What Did I Get? And I did test it and it worked quite well. Now I didn't use it on this one because I'd already cut it, and then I remembered I've got this. So this is a 300 GSM cardstock, so you are going to have to apply a bit more pressure. Now you might want to draw out your kind of swirls first, so you've got something to follow. I'm just going to just go for it. So you need to give yourself a bit of a tab here. So I'm going to give myself, let's just remove the rest of this. So I've got my tab there now, which is 3/4 inch wide. Okay, and I'm just going to come down this side the same width. I'll rub this out in a minute, but 3/4 inch. So that's where I can start my kind of drip effect, because I want to make sure that that's going to still hide behind there and attach the whole thing. And then I can finish my drip just below there. So with this one here, you've got your rotating blade. You want to hold this so this is completely straight and upright. And then I'm going to start from that pencil mark. Okay, I think I'm going to start from this end because I don't feel right that side. So I'm going to start from here. I think it was this way I done it last time. Yeah, that feels better. Now there is a glue, like a tacky glue, to kind of hold this all in place, the card, but I think this is going to be all right. Like I said, you do have to be a bit more heavier handed because I'm using a heavier weight cardstock, but if you're using a lighter weight, you won't have to push down as much. Okay, so it's kind of cut that in, but I can tidy that up. But now when I take it away, look how cool that looks. It does take practice, but the guy assured me, just practice and you will really enjoy it. And I did have to apply some force to that. So, you know, if you do struggle with grip, then that you would probably find the 300 GSM hard. But if you're using, you know, like your paper pads, they're usually like 180 GSM. It's going to be, you know, fine. Now that end I'm not happy with, but I'm going to use my scissors just to tidy that up. So I'm just going to come in from that same marker, but just come around a little bit more there. But if you don't have that tool, I literally just, with my scissors, you know, I just went along like this. I mean, you kind of got two there, so you could use that one as well, but you want something that kind of looks like that. So you can see when I wrap that around, we've got that kind of icing effect. So I think that'd be cool if you're doing like, these could be mini cupcakes or something. That would look sweet, like little party favours. So next, the 1 1/4 wide should be on your left hand side. I've got the join here. That is going to go on the back. So you want to hold it there and then bring this all around, and the tab should meet up, okay? And you'll be able to stick that underneath. Now we will trim a little bit off of this, but it was best just to have it a bit longer. So you want to make sure that the score line of the tab is lining up with the back there. Add a little glue and then just bring it all around. Make sure it's nice and snug. Like I said, there'll be a little overhang here, which is what you want. We'll trim that in a moment. But just hold that there, let that grab, and that joins up just as a little bit there, but I'm not too worried. You can see already that looks really cool. I think I've gone a bit longer. I actually prefer, see the difference? That was the hand cut, which I still like, still going to use it, but you get a much nicer flow of the pattern, I think, with this one. So I'm just going to carefully take that off. There we go. So now if I open that up, I can see there my overhang and just trim that off. And again, I'm just trying to do quick and easy ways so you don't have to worry about any funny measurements and stuff. But now we've got that lid, so I'm just going to pop that back in. I do have to make sure that all of those, in fact, what I'm going to do is pop the puddings in because it gives me just a bit more of a solid surface to work with, and that weight just helps the box stay in place. You can see that they fit in there perfectly, and it will slot in like so. And then you want to do again the same. So I'm going to start, this is the front, so these two are going to stick on top of each other. You want to do all this while it's on the box, you know it's all going to close. And then I'm going to pop some glue in there. I'm going to bring that one down. I've got a little surface now to push against, and then that one there. Again, I want to make sure it's lined up. It's going to be a slightly different measurement because this is 1 1/4, whereas this piece in front here is 1. But as long as it sits in the middle there, then everything will be lined up. And then again, just stick all of the sides down and just snip off any little bits there on the corners. And then again, you're going to cover the top of that with glue. Grab the same white card that you've used, and I keep it all in there, everything together, because it's nice and strong. I'm just going to sit that again, so 2 of the sides kind of line up, like so. Hold that in place for a second, and then again, just cut around the sides. Okay, so that's the top now, so it's nice and neat. And then I've got to decorate. I've had these for a couple of years. I think I got them from the works, and they're felt like a deconstructed holly. So you've got your leaves there and then your berries. These weren't in there, I've just popped them in, but there's quite a few there, and I've used them over the last couple of years. And then I've got these sentiments here, which are sentiment toppers from Simply Creative. So these again are a bit older. And then I've got my hot glue gun on, so add a dollop in the middle there, and I want these to all be upright, so I'm just kind of grouping them together there and just dip them in the hot glue, and then I can kind of squash the berries on top. I'm holding that up until that glue is dry. Like so. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of glue just there and pop the sentiment across the middle. And there's the finished pudding. I've just realised that this is the back because there's the join, but I can't change that now. Oh, it's fine. I don't think they're not going to notice. But there you have it. 2 very cute little Christmas Pud gift boxes. But they don't have to be Christmas puddings, like I said. It's easy, you know, to make this just straight, or you could use your edge punches, things like that, just to make them, you know, different designs. But I think they are very, very sweet. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial from me today. As always, I will link as much of the product that I've used in the description box below, and I'll be back again very soon. Take care. Bye.